Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ssds here. Today I wanted to give you a Hunter Priest 2v2 mirror. Um, the current meta, this is I'm not gonna say the hardest matchup. Obviously, it's one of the hardest matchups because Hunter Priest is the best comp in twos, and obviously the hardest thing for Hunter Priest is gonna be the best comp in twos, which is Hunter Priest. I highlighted this game because with the Survival Hunter mirror, there's a lot of mind games. And like thinking that you have to do with your flight shot due to mending bandage. Who do you flight shot? Do you flight shot the pet? Do you flight shot the hunter? Who do you flight shot here? How do you play this matchup here? So I want to show you off. In this game, I'm going to be playing Alpha Predator, Steel Trap, Tip of the Spear, and Wildfire Infusion. I'm going to be wearing a Battle Master. I'm going to be wearing Draven. The reason why I wear Draven is that if you're always gonna have 1 to 2% damage reduction during the goes with Draven's final soulbind trait. Because the pet's always gonna be on top of you, and then when they're doing a go, the hunter's gonna be on top of you. Maybe you guys are in close quarters, so the priest is on top of you, so you're gonna have some extra damage reduction. You're also then gonna get a damage increase during that. Um, and sometimes if you get stunned for long enough, if you maybe you're not a human or an orc, the chastise can proc your the stamina increase from Draven. Um, Overall, I just find more benefit with Draven in this matchup than I do with Nadia. So let's just hop right into it. Obviously, our main strategy here is to be going the hunter and CCing the priest here, but there's gonna be a lot of mind games you have to play. You have to maximize how many ticks of fleet shot you're getting. You're gonna have to play around the priest's fade, death, holy warrior, and if he's not off, you're gonna play with meld. So right here, I insta shove the fleet shot on healer. That the hunter has to commit mobility to get it off him. So now we get holy ward here. I'm gonna put a chimeral sting on him. I'm also going to try to purge the Holy Word. I do get lucky. I send a human here because I'm going to go do the same thing. Because I want to go get my healer's flake shot off, but they do commit double stun on me, so I don't get it. I'm still trying to get in there, but while also maximizing damage. But I kind of realize that their go potential is over, so I'm going to just go there. I force the fade. I still have to worry about death, and I still have to worry about meld here. I steel trap here to try to bait out death. He's just holding it. Gonna kick the holy fire. He does juke. Death's here. So now I get a trap of after meld. I believe I showed the trap, but he does get the meld. I didn't wait for it. It's not super important to wait for meld. Most priests won't be able to get the meld properly, but so I just send the intim though because I still want to do my go. It's the tail end of my cooldowns, and the hunter's pushing it offensively, so I can do a lot of damage in there. So the hunter's overextended now, so I'm instantly gonna shove the flate shot on the priest because he's gonna have to walk a far way back. He's gonna have to commit disengage and everything just to get it off. He does do that, but while he's doing that, I'm still doing pressure. I force Guardian out here, so we're looking pretty good. We still have our Guardian. I don't have my trinket, but we do have my priest trinket, and I still have Bowmaster, Exilian Turtle. They do chastise here on me. They don't have any CC though, but I'm gonna disengage back here. I'm gonna get the flight shot. The number one thing to do in this matchup is to be getting off flight shot. It's super important. You could almost win the game without ever trapping. You just need to be maximizing how well you're living and getting off flight shot. That's the super important thing. Fake out the death there. I know he doesn't have holy word. I know he doesn't have fade. So I just throw the trap as soon as I get the death out there. We stun the hunter here. He fear him off. Probably should have saved the fear for the priest, but we just use it there so he doesn't get trapped. Hunter has the Battle Master Exil there. He's still not out of the woods. I have a bomb proc here I'm about to throw. He does feign my bomb though. Throw the flake shot instantly on the priest because now I want this hunter to go away. I want this hunter to have to retreat because this is their time to try to be offensive, and I want to force him defensive. I want him to have to think about reducing that damage. So Battlemaster here is going to be fading for the hunter. I have trap up in 5. I have my Chimeral Sting. I'm going to shove it here. Use the Chimeral Sting on the priest, but now I'm immediately going. I know the flake shots on my priest, so I'm going over. I'm a harpoon, but I'm not going to throw a trap, even though he's silenced because he's still on DR. I fake death, but I still have other things to fade work. I get the holy word purge off, but I still have to worry about fade. I know he still has fade, so I can't just instantly commit the trap. I'm walking out of him. I'm trying to pressure him, so he can't be cast in here. I want him to have to think about it the entire time. I do have intim though, but now I know that he doesn't have ward and he's worried about healing. I just shove the intim here. I'm gonna throw my bomb proc. I'm gonna trap off. We don't have fear, and he has trinket, but it doesn't really matter here. He tries to feign camo me. I do get the flare off though, so that's good. We get him out. He walks into my steel trap as well, which is very fortunate. Priest actually doesn't commit trinket here, which is a little bit Unfortunate here because I get the kill shot off before the turtle, and it's just gonna be a GG there. So the main thing with the mirror, you want to maximize your flate shot and essentially de-maximize their flate shot. You want to be trying to reduce how much flate shot damage they're getting, how many ticks they're getting, so they get less kill shots there. I was doing a little bit better with my flate shot, so I was definitely getting a lot of good kill shot procs. So that's really in the mirror. And then we're gonna hop into the next game here in just a moment. Alright, we're in the next game. The next game I want to highlight here is Sub-Rogue Holy Priest. This is one of the other very hard matchups. It's not like super counterable. It's like probably 50-50, 60-40. It's definitely really difficult because your normal toolkit of how you stop DPS, your toolkit doesn't really matter sub because they're kind of dictating the pace and you're kind of just playing their own game. So here, I'm going to be doing the classic Rogue Mage build. I'm Battlemaster, Relentless. I'm playing Draven here. But I am playing slightly different talents here than I normally play. I'm still playing Alpha Predator, and I'm still playing Steel Trap. But I am going to be playing Chakrams and Flanking Strike. And the reason for the Chakrams and the Flanking Strike is that you're not typically how most rogues play. It doesn't really happen in this game, but how most sub-rogues will play is they do a go, and then they run away. They do a go, and they run away. So the thought process of Chakrams and Flanking Strike is that you get more burst damage in the times that you can actually hit the rogue. So that's my reasoning for that. So let's just hop into the game. Strat's simple. You're going to be going rogue. I don't do it this game, but it's also worth cleaving the priest a lot more. I definitely I have a bad tendency myself to not really cleave priest. I always try to get into the CC mindset, but it's definitely this is one of the matchups where if the rogue's getting away and the priest is there, just tap target, hit the priest. Try to stop the rogue from getting a re-stealth, but don't not do damage. You know, keep pressuring them up. Keep forcing the priest to have to use the serenities at bad times, the guardians at bad times. You want to keep them on the back foot here. So right now, I'm just looking for the rogue. I'm just going to open up here. My priest does unfortunately get sapped here. I was trying to get combat for him. So I just immediately commit the Ross. It's Mind Games, triple cheap shot on me. Cheap shot into the kidney here. They do Shadow Blades, Kyrian. So they're going to get a lot. They're going to try to get a lot of buttons. They get a Feign Death here. I do unfortunately miss my trap, though. I wasn't ready for the priest to win a move. But now they're doing a go on my priest. We're not too scared, though, because there's no mind games. There's no real damage left on left damage from the Holy Priest. So we just get. He also gaps the stun, so my priest gets a fade. So now we just gonna kind of just do a lot of damage while they're up here. Their priest makes a mistake here. I'm gonna explain why what he does here is a mistake. So he Holy Words and he walks over the trap. So the reason why that's a mistake is he clearly knows where the freezing trap is. So he doesn't have to get rid of it. He clearly knows where it is. So there's no point of him getting rid of it. Maybe he actually didn't know and he did that completely on accident. But from my point of view, and you can see from the bot, it looks pretty deliberate that he knows that the trap is there and he tries the Holy Word to get rid of it. What he could have done there is he could have just saved Holy Word to try to get my into him or try to get my next trap. And so there he actually wastes it. So right here, I see he commits a blind on my priest. So I try to kite here. I disengage away from him, trying to prevent getting stunned here so they don't get too much buttons. He does vanish for the sap. I int him the priest here after my Chimeral Sing. Priest does trinket here. So I'm just keep trying to kite the rogue here, but he does commit a step to get hitting me there. So I insta commit the trinket. Because if you look where I'm at, and you look at where my priest at, my priest is across the map. I'm behind the pillar. Priest is here going to tee off of me. I insta commit the Cumin, Battlemaster, Feign, Exil, because there's just no way I can get without doing that. There's no world that I don't get away without trinketing there and committing cooldowns. So I Battlemaster, Exil, Feign Death after the trinket. We do get priest trigger and we get duel here though too. So we're still looking pretty good. It's not like it was a kind of a waste of cooldowns. We're still we got them to waste a few buttons. Priest did commit trinket for that go. So now rogue doesn't have trinket. I get the trap because I know the priest is on global. He does evasion cloak, so we can't stun him quite yet, which is a little unfortunate. And then my priest accidentally walks on top of their priest thinking he has fear. He didn't quite yet, so he does accidentally get feared here. Where we're not too concerned. Their priest does waste greater fade though, so it's kind of beneficial for me. I can get free CC now. I don't have to worry about that. But right here is kind of a situation where I do chase the rogue and I do catch up to him. What I would have easily could have done is just kept my pet on the rogue, and I could have just done damage to priest. I could have chakram priest, throw some bombs, serpent sting. I could have easily just done damage to priest instead of chasing rogue there. That's what I should have done in hindsight, but I do end up just disengaging, getting to the rogue though, and committing some damage, so it doesn't extremely matter. But you always want to be aware of when you can do just extra cleave damage, because in twos, doing damage to survival to anything is always just super important. It's always good to just be trying to do damage. So we just chastise the rogue there because we know the priest is going to be struggling to heal through it. Priest accidentally uses holy word on the rogue. Rogue steps to my priest cheap shots, and I just try to make distance because I don't know if he's going to be going me or if he wants to go my priest at the time. So I want to try to make as much distance here. They do get the chastise there. They get the mind games. My priest is playing res cape, which I recommend you doing into any rogue team other than outlaw rogue is to wear res cape. So he just lets the res cape commit. He comes out, tops himself. I get the trap. We're doing so now. I gotta do a go here because rogue doesn't have mobility. He doesn't have evasion. He doesn't have a dance to stun me. He doesn't want to commit the dance to stun me here. So we get the Kyrian file. We get priest will. We're looking pretty good. He will fears my priest. So now he doesn't have that for me, but they're gonna try to do a go on me here. I instant commit the Ross. Just be safe. Rogue realizes this is kind of a waste. He tries, I think, to actually go for a sap off the fear. He gets it. So it's kind of a weak go by them because they didn't commit too much damage in the kidney, but so we're looking pretty good. He's gonna use his carrying here because I think he's just trying to prep for the next go. I think they want to go my priest again because all he has left is trinket. He has no rest cape, so if they do a good enough go, they can actually kill him through it. I'm gonna send the intim here. I'm gonna go for a trap off. He guardians, but there's not really anything off the guardian, so we're definitely looking pretty good here. I jump away from the rogue here so I can harpoon. So I harpoon flare him there so we can't vanish or anything. Actually commit the bomb defensively. I'm still doing good damage here though. He doesn't really have anything left here. I do believe this might be it. He does commit dance. He cheap shots my pet. Kidneys me. Bombs over though. No CC in my priest. Priest just grips me out. Saves me here. And now they don't really have anything. Priest has trinket back, but he has no guardian. Rogue still doesn't have evasion. He wastes holy word on the rogue again, unfortunately for them. So we're looking pretty good. I Doran. I realize they don't have CCDRs. They can like fear me and go my priest, but he wastes fear there, so it doesn't really matter. They have nothing now. They don't have a clean go on my priest. So now I'm just gonna walk at this rogue. But I could have been doing damage to priest there, but again I get to the rogue, so it doesn't super matter in this matchup. But so I'm just gonna Chimera Sting because I just want to make it easier to trap here. They commit a blind, but I still believe I'm on stun DR here, so he can't do it quite yet. Essence on the priest. I just pre-turtle here. So the reason why I pre-turtle because I recognize that we win extremely soon. The priest has trinket, but they have no way to really recover. I have no trinket. My priest has trinket guardian, so I could have maybe held turtle, but I wanted to be offensive, so I commit this turtle here so that I can do damage whenever I need to, because they're not going to send a go without my priest being CC. So I send the turtle here. I get the trap. Priest actually, I guess my tracker is wrong. He didn't actually have trinket there. And we get the kill on the rogue with the chastise death there. Alright guys, I hope you guys appreciate it. Leave me any feedback in the comments, anything I could do better. Any videos you want to see, any commentaries or such like that. Or if you have any questions. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Please like and subscribe and I'll see you later. Peace.